Alright, everyone drinks at college, right? Well, not exactly. An unspoken issue that occurs across the country at many college campuses is underage drinking. And that's what we'll be covering today. First, why? Why do underage kids drink at such a high rate at college campuses? Second, what's the risk that comes with underage drinking? And finally, I'll be talking about ways to prevent underage drinking on college campuses. So first, why? Why do kids underage drink so much? One big issue is the environment they're placed in. Many being away from home for the first time, wanting to experiment, and also the expectation to drink. The weekends are known for partying at colleges across the country. And that goes hand in hand with peer pressure. Peer pressure is a huge thing with underage drinking. You can see it in all forms of being friendly and fun and being forceful. Another reason why kids underage drink is hereditary. Although there isn't such thing as an alcoholic gene, studies show that there's definitely genetics that influence the likelihood of developing an alcoholic tendency if alcoholism runs in the family. So now the risk of underage drinking. Negative brain effects. Underage drinking can interfere with the developing brain. It can cause memory issues in later years. It can also negatively affect growth and physical development. According to WLD's article, Alcohol and Female Puberty, published in 2001, he states that drinking alcohol during a period of rapid growth, that's ages 15 to 20, can upset the hormonal balance that's necessary to develop normal bone structure, organ growth, as well as muscle development. It can also, another risk is bad decisions that come along with being intoxicated. This can be drunk driving, fighting, and even sexual activity. According to the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, 80% of teen pregnancies occur when the female is under the influence of alcohol. This making alcohol the most prominent drug tied to teen pregnancy. Another major risk, according to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, is 90% of all consumed alcohol by underage people is through binge drinking. This means 5 or more drinks in 2 hours. Binge drinking can result in vomiting, blacking out, passing out, alcohol poisoning, and in some extreme cases, even death. So ways to prevent drinking on college campuses. Prevention programs. Schools can do this simply as holding a prevention program every month showing the harmful effects that alcohol can have on the developing body. And also family-based programs. It gives a personal aspect as it can be led by a parent or an older sibling, which can be very helpful. Other things schools can do is by just putting up flyers. It's a very efficient way. You don't have to take time out of your busy schedule. You can just see some statistics about underage drinking and the negative effects. And as well as a school that portrays its other activities very clearly, such as movie nights, game nights, trips to cities, pretty much anything other than going to a party, providing other alternatives. The state can also provide ways to prevent underage drinking. This can be seen as raising the price of alcohol, upping law enforcement. An example of this would be for stationing police officers at different locations on the weekends, so they'll check the IDs rather than the employee worker. So yeah, today I talked about the unspoken issue of underage drinking. It's a problem across many college campuses. So I talked about why it's such an issue, why kids drink, the risk of underage drinking, and I also talked about ways to prevent underage drinking. Any questions?
Yeah. Do you believe that Denison's social culture creates an atmosphere that incentivizes underage drinking?
I think they do a pretty good job not doing that for a couple reasons. One being in all the freshman dorms, if a student is seen bringing alcohol in, it can be confiscated by campus security and or the resident assistant on duty. They will also get written up for this action. So that's one way of preventing underage drinking. Also the party culture, I think they do a pretty good job. This being said, campus security has to register every party. There's a strict time limit as well as a strict number of people that are allowed into each party. The alcohol is also kept in a separate location, so it's not easily accessible for everyone at the party. I also feel Denison has a lot of extracurricular activities available, such as movie nights, and they have a ton of speakers coming all the time, as well as shuttles back and from Columbus and Easton. So I think Denison provides a bunch of different opportunities for the student not looking to drink.
Do you believe the drinking age should be lowered in the United States? Why or why not?
I think it should be lowered for a couple of reasons. One, I think the drinking age of 21 is largely inefficient as teens are readily accessible to alcohol in many facets of life. Also, I think it should be moved to 18 as in the United States that's when you're considered a legal adult. And with that comes responsibilities. So I think the responsibility of being able to drink would help rather than the arbitrary number of 21. Also, if it's 18, your first time drinking, it will be in a safe space, more contained space, rather than something in like a college dorm. It will be in your house with your parents. Going off that, it kind of gets rid of the thrill of breaking law and drinking, whether that be in high school or college. As if the drinking age is lower, it is more something in your daily life rather than this exciting new aspect of life.